Hello and welcome back to this Introduction to Graphical Programming course on the PyAngelo website. We've gone through a number of lessons and today we're going to bring together all the knowledge we've learned to draw your own picture. Now the best way to do this is to download the tutorial PDF, which hopefully you've been working through because it's got lots of good information and lots of exercises and questions for you to answer. But if we go to the very bottom here, we will find that we have task 6, draw your own picture, and on here is a grid. Now, I encourage you, before you start coding, get out a pencil and draw your own picture on this grid, and then you'll be able to use those coordinates to accurately turn that picture into a beautiful coded picture on the PyAngelo website. So I have actually gone ahead and done that and drawn my own picture. And here's what I came up with. A lovely house with a tree, maybe a sun here, and I've got like green grass. So I'm going to take this picture and turn it into a beautiful sketch in PyAngelo. So to do that, I'm going to click on Draw Your Own Picture, and normally you're given some starter code. In this one, you're just given the canvas size, 640 by 360, and you'll notice that matches the size in the book, of the grid in the book. So what I'm going to do first of all is draw this green grass. Oh, actually, why not set the blue background? Okay, so I need a blue background, and I'm going to use the color picker tool on Google to give me a nice sky blue. Yeah, I think that is a good color. So I'm going to take these RGB values and I am going to go background and paste in those RGB values. And now I should have a beautiful sky blue. So you can follow along with me and watch me do my picture, or you can draw your own picture and go and code that up, which would be wonderful. So if you're going to do your own, pause the video, go do that, and then come back and maybe have a go at my sketch too. And I'm sure you can do something a bit more creative than I've done here. But anyway, let me continue. So next, I'm going to draw the grass. Now this is a rectangle, and if we look down here, it starts at 0, 0. It's 640 pixels wide and 60 pixels high. So using that information, we can, yeah, and actually, you know what? Before I even go on, we should be using comments here. So I should say, set the background to sky blue. And then here, I'm going to say, this is the grass. So I'm going to choose a fill color that is like a nice grassy color. Kind of like a, yeah, like a darker green. I like that. So I'm going to choose that there for my grass color. And then I'm going to draw my rectangle starting at 0, 0, 640 pixels wide and 60 pixels high. Hey, there's my grass. I like it. All right. Next up is, why don't I draw the base of the house, which I want to be a grey color. So again, let me find a grey kind of color. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think that's good. I'm going to choose that grey. So I'm going to say base of house, fill with that color, and I need to draw a rectangle that starts at 60, 40. So it starts at 60, 40, and it is 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 220, 240 pixels wide and 40 pixels high, because each one of these is 20. Yes. All right. There is the base of my house. It's starting to take shape. All right. Now let's do the main house here. And what color do I want that house to be? Maybe like a brick. I didn't write it down on there, but maybe some kind of brick color, dark color. Yeah, I'm thinking something along these lines here. I think that's good. So I am then going to comment this. This is the main house. Fill with that beautiful color, and now draw a rectangle that starts 80 across and 80 high. So the bottom left corner of the rectangle is 80, 80, and it goes from 80 to 280, so it's 100 wide by 140. 100 wide by 140 high. Oh, so sorry, it's not 100, is it? It goes from 80 to 280. Hopefully you noticed that, so it's actually 200 pixels wide. Great, all right, this house is starting to take shape. Now I might draw the door some kind of brown color. Let me see. Maybe a darker brown. Yeah, I like that. So now let's draw the door. So this is actually quite fun, isn't it? Door, I'm going to fill it again, that color, and the rectangle. Now the door starts at here, 120 by 80. So 120 by 80, and it is 20, 40, 60 wide, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 60 wide by 100 high. There's the door, all right. Now it's got this door handle. Now that circle is at 140 by 120. So I'm gonna fill this with black, and I probably should just say door handle, and then circle at, what did I say? 140 by 120, and let's make it 20 wide. Oh, that's way too big. Let's make it 5 pixels as the radius. Yeah, there we go. There's our door. Now the window is, I want to draw it as, there's 3 rectangles actually, and a light blue. So let's go for a very, very light blue. Yeah, like, so it's almost, yeah, I like that. So this is the windows. So I'm going to go windows, fill with that. And I'm going to draw these as 3 rectangles because I'm getting the, notice I'm getting the border here. So the border will look good and give me these 3 rectangles. So I'm going to start here at 200 by 120. So rectangle 200 by 120. And then this one is going to be 30 wide and 30 high. 30 wide and 30 high. There's my first window. And then the next rectangle starts at, again, 200 across, but this time 150 up, and it's also 30 and 30. There's my next one. And the last one starts at 230 across, 120 high, but this time it is 30 wide, but 60 high. Beautiful. All right. I'm liking this. Now we need the roof, and now this one is a red roof. So I'm going to pick a nice red color. I'm going to go like that. That's a good one. And let me make a comment, say we're doing the roof of the house, fill. And then this one, I want to do a quad and list all the 4 points of the roof. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to start at 40 across and 220. 40, 220. That's the first point. That's how we draw a quad, by listing the 4 points. The next one is 80 and 320. 80, 320. And then 280, 320. 280, 320. And lastly, we are 320 by 220. 320, 220. And there is our red roof. Okay, now we just need to move on to drawing this tree. So I'm going to say tree trunk, and we need another color for this. We need like a browny color. That's going to be like a tree kind of color. That looks pretty good to me. So let me draw this, fill with that color, and do a rectangle that starts at 500 by 60. 500 by 60. It looked like it was 20 wide and it was 80 high. There's our little tree trunk. Cool. Now I'm going to draw this green tree here. And I'm going to have it as different rectangles. So let's draw the leaves. So I'm going to fill with some kind of green. What sort of green do I want? Yeah, that's quite a good green. I like that. So fill with that. And then these are all rectangles as well, but I'm getting creative by adding bits to make it look like they stick out. So I'm going to start here at 480 by 140. 480 by 140 is the bottom left corner. And then I need it to be 60 wide by 80 high. 60 wide by 80 high. There's the first part of my tree. And then I want to draw this little rectangle here. So a rectangle here starts at 460 by 160. And it's 20 pixels wide, 20 pixels high. And then the next one is 460 by 200. So rectangle 460 by 200. And this time it's 20 pixels wide, but 40 pixels high. Looking good. And then I need, what are it? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So the first one I drew should have been, rather than 80, 100 high. Yeah, that looks better. And then I can do this one starting here, which is starting at 500 by 240. Rectangle 500 by 240, and it is 40 wide and 20 high. Good. And then I've just got two more to draw, which is this one here, which is at 540 by 200. 540, 200, bottom left corner. And that one is 20 wide and 40 high. And the last one is the rectangle, which is 540 by 160. 540, 160, that's the bottom left corner, and it's 20 by 20. Now, this tree I think would look better if I didn't have the strokes around it, so it looked more like one tree. So for this, I'm going to do the fill, and then I'm going to say no stroke. And then it will look, more like a tree. That's looking good. And the last thing I wanted to do was just draw my sun up in the corner here. So it is, let's draw the sun. It needs to be kind of a yellowy or orange color. Oops. I'm going to leave those ones intact. I need to have the comment under that. There we go, sun. And let's choose a nice kind of a yellowy. Yeah, that's a good sun color. There we go. So fill with this, and I'm probably going to leave the no stroke here. I probably don't want a stroke on this one. Or if I do, maybe we'll try with a black stroke, and then we can see if I want that or a no stroke. So I'm going to do that. There's my fill, and then I just do a circle starting at 639 across, 369 up, and let's give it a radius of 20 and see what that looks like. There we go. I think we need a much bigger circle, to be honest. Let's try that like 80. Hey, that looks good. And here, when I was talking about using comments, if I want to try with the no stroke, I can just comment this out, and the no stroke from up here will still apply. So I can check that out. Interesting. It's a personal preference, but I think I like it with the stroke, so I'm going to put that back in. And there is my picture all done. Now, I'm pretty proud of that, but hopefully you can do something even better, even more creative. Maybe using different shapes as well. Some triangles. Maybe you could add a pond, draw some birds flying across, or you've got a totally different picture, which is much better. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial series. Check out the other tutorials on PyAngelo. There's going to be much more coming, animation tutorials, and coding challenges that I'll be doing. So head over to PyAngelo.com and enjoy your coding. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.